A bill that would establish medical marijuana dispensaries in Oregon sits on the governor's desk after clearing the House and the Senate. Good evening, I'm Erin Maxson.
And I'm Brian Morton. That bill is getting support from medical marijuana card holders, while local law enforcement worry about the negative impacts. Newswatch 12's Rob Scott is live in the newsroom now with more on how people on both sides are reacting.
Statistics show there are 6,900 medical marijuana card holders in Jackson County, the second most in the state after Multnomah County. Both local law enforcement officials and medical marijuana advocates agree dispensaries would likely lead to more card holders, but differ on if that's a positive or negative thing for the state. Medical marijuana dispensaries are a signature away from popping up in Oregon. House Bill 3460 sits on the governor's desk and would allow for dispensaries in the state. Medford Police Chief Tim George says he expects this to cause further problems in an already troubled Oregon medical marijuana program.
I mean, there's no question that the number of plants is too high. There's no question that the pound and a half possession per person is too high.
Chief George makes it clear he has no problem with those who legitimately need medical marijuana, but believes too many people are scamming the system.
I, as well as my law enforcement colleagues, have no problem with someone that has a legitimate need for marijuana for a medical purpose, a legitimate medical purpose.
Medical marijuana advocates think having dispensaries will break down a stigma for the medicine and more people may turn to it.
More mainstream folk, if you will, feel more comfortable going out and getting their card.
CEO of Ashland Alternative Health, Alex Rogers, says he has no plans to open a dispensary anytime soon if the bill is signed. However, he thinks he will still feel an impact.
It will affect my business in that patients will now have safe access to medicine, and they'll also have regulated, quality-controlled access to medicine.
Chief George says most of his concerns fall into two categories.
You're going to have too much marijuana in the marketplace. The rules will be so unmanned or unenforced, or for lack of a better word, unsupervised, that you will have continued sales of marijuana, not just to card holders, but to anyone.
If signed, dispensaries could open up in March of 2014. Chief George says the discussion on dispensaries is over now that the Senate and House have voted, and the Medford Police Department will continue to have public safety as their top priority. Live in the newsroom, Rob Scott, Newswatch 12.